Hi everyone, and welcome. What if your pocket change is worth thousands? Some coins look normal, same face, same ego, but small mistakes or old metal make them super rare. In 2025, real sales showed people getting big money for them. Don't throw away a fortune by mistake. Let's see which coins could make you rich. What if a 1967 quarter in your pocket could be worth thousands? It looks like a normal 25-cent coin, but some 1967 Washington quarters are much more valuable. In 1967, the U.S. Mint had already stopped using silver, just like in 1965. Quarters were made from a copper-nickel mix instead of silver. All regular 1967 quarters were made in Philadelphia and don't have a mint mark under the date because Philadelphia didn't add mint marks until 1968. The design stayed the same, George Washington on the front and an eagle on the back, but the metal changed. Over 1.5 billion of these 1967 quarters were made just for everyday use. Most of these coins are still worth just 25 cents. But some rare ones are worth much more, especially those in perfect condition or special coins made just for collectors, called Special Mint Set, SMS, coins. SMS coins weren't made for pockets. Instead, they came from San Francisco and have a smooth, satin finish. Only about 1.8 million SMS quarters were made in 1967. In high grades like SP68 or SP69 Cameo, these SMS coins can be worth several $1,000s. According to value guides, regular 1967 quarters graded MS68 can be worth around $6,000. SMS Cameo coins graded SP69 sell for about $4,700 to $5,750, and SP68 Deep Cameo, DCAM, coins go for around $4,200 to $5,500. Sometimes, these coins sell for even more. For example, in 2017, a regular MS68 1967 quarter sold at auction for $8,813. But prices have changed over time. By 2019, similar coins sold for about $5,040, and in early 2020, one sold for $4,800. This shows that price guides can list high values, but real sales often come in lower, and values can go up or down over time. Collectors also look for error coins from 1967, coins with mistakes made at the mint. Common errors include wrong metal blanks, planchets, cracks in the coin, doubled images, called doubled die, clipped edges, or missing parts of the outer metal layer. These errors can make a coin more unique and sometimes worth more money. However, many error coins only add a small amount of value. On auction sites, prices for common errors range from a few dollars up to a few hundred, depending on how rare and noticeable the error is. Many collectors on sites like Reddit remind us that most 1967 quarters, even if shiny, are still just worth 25 cents unless they have special errors or are in top condition with expert grading. To sum up, value guides say a regular MS68 1967 quarter could be worth around $6,000, and high-grade SMS Cameo coins can bring in $4,000 to $6,000. Real auction sales show prices between $4,800 and $8,800 for MS68 coins. Errors can increase value, but only certain errors, and expert grading helps prove this. So, a normal 1967 no-mint mark quarter is just 25 cents. But a flawless MS68 coin can be worth thousands, and SMS high-grade coins also bring serious money. The best way to know is to check recent auction results, not just price guides. If you find a shiny 1967 quarter that looks perfect or has a smooth finish or strange marks, it's worth getting it graded. It might not sell for $6,000 or $8,000, but if it's MS68 or SMS Cameo, it could be worth hundreds or thousands. What if a regular 1965 quarter in your pocket could be worth thousands of dollars? It looks like a normal 25-cent coin, but some 1965 Washington quarters are actually worth much more. In 1965, the U.S. Mint made a big change. Before that, quarters were made from 90% silver. But silver prices rose, so the mint switched to a cheaper metal mix of copper and nickel. These 1965 quarters were mostly made in Philadelphia and don't have a mint mark under the date. The design stayed the same, George Washington's face on the front and an eagle on the back, but the metal inside changed. Most 1965 quarters you find today are worth just 25 cents. However, if you find one that looks nearly perfect, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Coins are graded on how good their condition is. The grading scale runs from MS-60 to MS-70, where MS means mint state or in used condition. An MS-68 coin is almost flawless, with very few scratches or marks. Price guides like PCGS say an MS-68 1965 quarter could be worth as much as $20,000. But what do real sales show? In real auctions, MS-68 1965 quarters typically sell for between $1,300 and $1,920. For example, in 2019, one sold at Heritage Auctions for about $1,920. In 2021, a similar coin sold on eBay for $1,825, and in 2023, another sold for $1,680. So while price guides show high prices, actual buyers usually pay less, still far more than 25 cents. Some coins have sold for even higher amounts. There are reports of MS-68 quarters selling for $9,000 to $10,800, and one special example sold for $11,400 in 2023. But these cases are very rare. Most MS-68 quarters don't reach those prices. Even more valuable are special error coins. One of the rarest mistakes is a 1965 quarter accidentally struck on leftover silver planchets, the metal blanks used before the switch to copper-nickel. These silver error coins weigh about 6.25 grams, heavier than regular quarters, which weigh around 5.67 grams. You can check if you have one by carefully weighing it and looking at the edge to see if it has a shiny silver color. In 2020, one of these silver error quarters graded $58 Australian sold for a huge $14,687.50. Another, graded XF45, sold for $9,300. A collector also reported selling one for about $5,000 after confirming it was silver. These coins are very rare because the mint was not supposed to make silver quarters in 1965. Other valuable errors include the double die obverse, where the letters or numbers on the front look doubled. A 1965 double die quarter in MS-65 grade can be worth over $5,000. Most quarters don't have these rare features and are only worth 25 cents. But coins in nearly perfect condition or with special errors can be worth much more. Even coins graded below MS-68 can sell for hundreds or thousands. In 2025, the market is steady. Recent sales show MS-68 1965 quarters selling for around $1,300 to $2,000, not $20,000, but still a big jump from 25 cents. If you find a shiny, perfect 1965 quarter, it's a good idea to have it graded by experts. And if you think it might be a silver error or double die, it's worth checking. Before you spend your pocket change, look closely. You might have a 1965 quarter worth much more than you think, maybe even a hidden treasure waiting to be found. What if a 1969 quarter in your pocket could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? At first glance, it looks like a normal 25-cent coin with George Washington's face on the front and an eagle on the back. Like the 1965 and 1967 quarters, the 1969 quarter made in Philadelphia has no mint mark under the date. That's just how coins from Philadelphia were made then. By 1969, quarters were made from a copper-nickel mix, not silver. The mint stopped using silver in 1965 because it was too expensive. Millions of these copper-nickel quarters were made for everyday use, so most 1969 quarters are still worth only 25 cents today. But some 1969 quarters are different. Some were kept in nearly perfect condition by collectors or made specially for collectors in sets. These coins are rare and can be valuable. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 based on their condition. Most quarters found in change are worn, scratched, or faded and have low grades. But some 1969 quarters have been graded MS-67 or MS-68, meaning they look almost perfect with no scratches or damage. In 2025, one 1969 quarter graded MS-67 sold at auction for $3,290. This is a real sale, showing collectors will pay thousands for a coin in almost perfect condition. The coin was checked and graded by experts to confirm its quality. Another example is a 1969 quarter made in Denver, which has a D mint mark. Usually, Denver coins are more common, but one graded MS-68 sold for about $993 in early 2025. This shows that even coins from other mints can be valuable if they look nearly perfect. Mistakes made at the mint, called errors, can also increase a coin's value. For example, a 1969 quarter struck on a penny planchet, a blank meant for pennies, sold recently for over $800. This is rare because the coin was made with the wrong metal. Other errors include coins struck off-center, where the design isn't lined up properly, double dies, where the images look doubled, or clipped planchets, where the coin's edge looks cut off. Some errors can add a lot of value, but many small errors only add a little, maybe a few dollars or a few hundred. Most 1969 quarters, even shiny ones, are still just worth 25 cents unless they have a very high grade or a special error. For example, a 1969 quarter graded MS-65, which is good but not perfect, might sell for only $25 to $40 online. Condition matters a lot. Proof coins are another special type collectors like. Proofs are made just for collectors and have a very shiny, smooth finish. A 1969 proof quarter with an S mint mark from San Francisco can be worth more than regular quarters, especially in very high grades. One graded PR-69 recently sold for around $1,410. To sum up, most 1969 no mint mark quarters are worth only 25 cents. But some, in perfect condition or with rare errors, can be worth hundreds or thousands. Recent sales show a near-perfect MS-67 coin sold for over $3,000, and a high-grade Denver coin sold for nearly $1,000. So next time you find a 1969 quarter, look closely. If it's very shiny and without scratches, or looks unusual, it could be worth having graded. Your pocket change might hold a hidden treasure. So there you have it, 3 quarters that look normal but can be worth a lot if they're in great shape. The 1965, 1967, and 1969 no mint mark Washington quarters are usually just 25 cents. But if you find one that's almost perfect, or has a rare error or special finish, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you spot a shiny, flawless coin or something that looks unusual, don't ignore it. Getting it graded by experts can help unlock its true value. Your everyday pocket change might be hiding a real treasure. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hit like and subscribe for more cool coin finds and surprises. See you next time.